How I do my Monday morning prayers? Sure. And I do them every day. It's just they're longer on Mondays. But I stand here in the center of my room underneath my flying whale. This is the power spot of the room. And an old plant medicine teacher, she told me that every room has its power spot. You just have to find it. And so this is like a three-dimensional memory palace to me. And I'm going to show you my face instead of the altars because some of them aren't mine to share. But first, I turn to the first deity I would invoke, and that would be the one who takes all the energy from all the other forces of nature. This would be Hermes in the Greek tradition, or Eshu in the Ifa tradition, and then also to Thoth over here. And to me, Thoth is the form of all of the things. So you have the taking of the energy and the form. And so those are the two handmaidens or helpers of the divinity. And yes, I'm a monotheist. Not to surprise you, but I think everything trickles down from there. And then it is going in the six different directions, because there's the four cardinal directions, and then there's up and down as well, or up and within. And so in each of those, I have at least a male and a female energy associated with that. And the directions I chose was because of a line from Blake where he said the earth was south, the water was west, the air was north, and the fire was east. And so I say hello to Mother Earth, and then to the spirit of iron as well, because in both the Chinese tradition and the Fa tradition, metal is its own force of nature, or its own element, and stands for connection and things like that. And then turn to the west, and it's a spirit of the ocean who's very close to my heart and represents emotions. So there's also, in the male version would be Proteus, one who you can ask many questions of, and there's a number of other ones there because that's kind of my richest. You always say hello to the ancestors, and I have a bunch of pictures of my ancestors, along with a small glass of water from my grandfather, and a special thing from him. And you just look at everybody, you say hi. If you don't have much time, you say, to all those whose names I know, to all those whose names I do not know, to all who lie above and below the earth. Thank you for bringing me here. Please help me. Then to the north, there's a female version of Wind, who is both the owner of the marketplace, but also of ideas. She fights with a wooden sword, which means you're really a badass. And the male version of that is more actually light itself, and whatever light represents, that greatness and that divinity. I also have one there to the gnomes and to the good neighbors. And then to the east is fire and the sun. So there is, and that is also, besides that creative force of fire, fire is also keeper of the oracle. So my oracle cards are all over there as well. There's also a spirit of healing here, and I have a prayer list that I try to go through pretty regularly and say, healing on this person. And you have to say it out loud. My godfather, as he was dying from cancer, said, yeah, thank you for your prayers. So make sure to say them out loud. And I think it does add more power to it, for sure. And so the last one that I like to thank is my own, not guardian angel. In the Ifa tradition, it is Ori, or your own spirit. And really, it's your guardian angel is actually you. Many lifetimes in the future, and it is you guiding yourself forward is the idea, and I think it's a really beautiful way to think about it. So you are helping yourself and trying to help pull this iteration of yourself forward. I know all this kind of mysticism isn't for everybody, but this is for the people who are interested. So I believe that's the basics. If you have any follow-up questions, feel free to ask, and if you want to add on anything that might help me and refine this, I'm always all ears. Thanks.